Hello, today we're going to do a quick run from Faversham to Rochester in the Southeastern high speed. Let's unlock the doors and get on with it. So we've got some lights on, good, great. Get myself there because I like to look at that as I'm coming into a station. Got a fast train heading out, and we're stopping at Sittingbourne, Raynham and Gillingham, Chatham, and finally the new Rochester station. Be ready to go in a few seconds time. That's assuming that I haven't messed it up. Nope, looks like we've got a single key for acceleration and brake. Okay, let's lock the doors. Got a green light all the way, 60 to start off with, and let's get going. 2, 1, go. Up to the line speed, it's a question of might have to slow down because it's quite a long train, so there we go, increase it to 7 to get us up to close to 75. Quite a long run to Sittingbourne, 6.5 miles, which we've got 6 minutes to do, so we need to get our foot down on the accelerator. Close to line speed again, so ease off a bit. I should get fed up with hitting the whistle button every time I see that board, so don't worry about that. We're going to come in towards us, or Southeastern. We've been going slightly uphill. He's off the gas again. And we're going downhill a bit. Time to knock it up to the new line speed of 85. another increase in line speed up to 90. 2.7 miles to do, so shouldn't be too late as we're doing 87 miles an hour. Obviously we've got some slowing down to do on the way into Sittingbourne. Shouldn't have to touch the brakes because I'm only a mile over the new line speed and I've got a slight uphill. There we go, we're under 85 already. Coming up, no sign of a reduction at all. Got back up to 90, but I probably shan't bother because we're only a mile or so from Sittingbourne and we've got to get it nice and slow for Sittingbourne. Mile to go, I'll start to ease it off a bit. Bit too much at the moment. Approach to Sittingbourne station. Let's put it on to the outside view. Sorry about the extra noise that involves. Slow it down a little more. Okay, knock it back to how it was. Ease off for a bit. Getting to Sittingbourne in good time. And stopped. Open the doors. Minute and a quarter here at Sittingbourne. So lots of people milling around, but nobody seeming to want to get on. So we'll lock them out. So onwards to Rainham. 5.5 miles to Rainham, 6.5 minutes to get there. Decent speed limits, should be okay. Line up to Sheerness. Well, I don't think that bit gets used very much. It just tends to get a shuttle service from Sittingbourne from the line, the other end of that junction. Limit of 70 coming up in a few hundred yards, so ease off the throttle. Miles from Rainham, still good time. Slightly over the limit because we're now on a slightly downhill stretch. Station that we don't stop at approaching. Got an increase up to 75. So 2 miles now to Rainham. All things being equal, we should be there in plenty of time. Oh no, it's just changed back to green, so we should be okay now. From Rainham. As you speak gradually, we've got plenty of time before our estimated time of arrival of 13:37. and say hello to the passengers, or not sure you should be in first class. What is it, National Wear a Lilac Coloured Hat Day today? Oh well. Next stop, Gillingham. Lock the doors and prepare to go to Gillingham. Onwards we go. Nice flat out run for most of our time on the way to Gillingham on a 90 limit, and which drops down to 60 about a mile outside the station. Let's keep it at 75. Got plenty of time to do 2 miles to Gillingham. Mile and a half to Gillingham, and we've still got well over 2 minutes. Ease it down a bit with the 60 coming up. Coming up, but it's after Gillingham, so we can ignore that for the moment. Start to ease off on the approach into Gillingham. Crossing and approach Gillingham. Passengers off. Anyone that wants to get off at Gillingham? Not many by the looks of it. But we do have a little time to kill here, so 2.5 minutes before we're due out. Can't see any sign of floodlights for a football ground. I go there once, but I can't remember where it was in relation to the station. It was in the depths of January. Went to watch Brentford at Gillingham. It was 3-1 with about 10 minutes to go to Brentford, and Gillingham won 5-3. It was the same day that Bournemouth, when they were a very low league team, beat Manchester United, so that cheered us up. So I guess the next exciting place is Chatham, which, although it isn't very far, does take the 4 minutes because we've got a very slow speed going into these Medway town stations. Okay, nearly time to lock the doors and let us on our way to Chatham. As you can see, just under 1.5 miles to Chatham. We have 4 minutes to get there. But there's a long 30-mile-an-hour approach from memory. Sorry for the cough. on our approach to Chatham Station. Still arriving in good time. Passengers off. Another 90 seconds before we set off for our final destination of Rochester. New station at Rochester, built a few years ago. You'll see the old one as we approach the new station. The platforms are still there, but all the station buildings, etc., have gone. Let's lock the doors, get ourselves out of Chatham and head for Rochester. The 20-mile-an-hour restriction won't affect us today because that's on the Medway Bridge over in towards Strood. Speeding again. But then I'm not doing this for scoring. Here we're passing the previous station at Rochester. As you can see, everything that made it look like a station has gone and nature's taken over on the platforms. That's exchanged because the platforms weren't long enough for the high-speed trains into St Pancras. Rochester New, where this scenario finishes, even though the train itself would head into Victoria. Everybody out. Rochester Castle, Rochester Cathedral, and the bridge over there towards Strood and onwards into London. Thanks for joining me on this short run from Faversham to Rochester. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you again on another one of my videos. Bye for now.